Alert, alert, Miami, Florida. A couple was arrested for trying to storm an airplane. This couple right here, they could be from Brazil. We're at Miami International Airport, and they were late boarding a plane that was en route to Cancun, Mexico. And they tried to get on the plane and were stopped. Too late, can't get on. And this female here threw coffee at the attendant there, the boarding attendant, and then they tried to storm the plane and were arrested by authorities. I have the arrest video taken out. They were taken out in cuffs. He was. What in the world is going on here? Let me share some information about this crazy couple right here. Check it out.
Tense moments inside Miami International Airport at gate D9 Sunday morning. According to the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, 2 passengers were late to board their flight to Cancun, Mexico, and tried to force themselves onto the aircraft. Moments before this witness began recording, MDSO says one of the passengers threw coffee in a staff member's face. Deputies arrested Rafael Seirafe-Novaes and Beatriz Rapoport de Campos. Both are charged with battery and trespassing after a warning. Rafael is also facing an additional charge of resisting an officer without violence to his person. Video shows several police units on the tarmac next to American Airlines flight 2494 minutes before takeoff. About 6 MDSO deputies responded to the altercation. In a statement, a spokesperson for American Airlines said, "Acts of violence are not tolerated by American Airlines, and we are committed to working closely with law enforcement in their investigation."
American Airlines provided CBS News Miami with this statement that read in part, "Acts of violence are not tolerated by American Airlines, and we are committed to working closely with law enforcement in their investigation." Angry passenger hurls coffee in worker's face after missing last call to board flight. An American Airlines employee was left drenched in coffee after a couple tried to push their way through onto a flight. The male was charged with resisting an officer without violence, and he was also slapped with a trespassing charge. The female is charged with 2 counts of battery and trespassing. So it looks like the female is the one that threw the coffee at the employee. The female, not the male. That's interesting. Now I have a lot of questions. Are the couple American citizens? Does it matter? Well, I asked that question because they got the privilege of being here in the United States of America. And if they were non-U.S. citizens and were just traveling through and they did this, shame on them. And they shouldn't be back in this country ever again. If they're just hopscotching on planes and going around to different countries and acting irrational and think they could get away with it, their visas or whatever their passports are to the United States of America should be automatically revoked. You don't throw coffee at a flight attendant because you choose to be late. That's why the airlines tell people to come 2-3 hours in advance for these type of situations. Traffic, lines, the TSA to get in. And you don't come at the last second and then expect to just come on like right before departure. They close the gates for a reason, for security reasons. These people are not entitled at all. Now, I couldn't find much information. I was scouring around their names. They got a very, names. They're very Hispanic names and, very popular in the Hispanic community. Apparently, they're from Brazil. They could have their Facebook pages on lockdown that I saw. Who are these people? Why did they do it? And what should they get for this? Is this, assaulting, agents or even airline agents at an airport? Isn't that a federal crime? Shouldn't that be a federal crime? I think these people, well, even if they get probation or jail, they're not even from here. So deport them afterward? What's going on? Who are these people? Or was there something more? Or they just felt like we couldn't miss our trip to Cancun? A lot of unanswered questions. If there's anything else out of this case, you will definitely hear it here on JLR Investigate. Sub to the channel, like, hit the notification button. Arrive early for your flights. Respect TSA. Respect those flight attendants and those board gates. They're just doing their job, trying to keep it safe and orderly. We'll talk soon. Stay tuned.